People gathered at the Pitt County Courthouse in Greenville this evening to pray and advocate for a man convicted of killing two people in downtown Greenville back in 2009. This after a court decision did not go in his favor this week. Chris Cook was there and has the details.
Those who showed up to the prayer vigil for James Richardson are speaking out because they want a new hearing for the man who they say is innocent of the murders he was convicted of. The Pitt County Courthouse steps were filled with passionate supporters of James Richardson Friday. Richardson was convicted of killing two people outside of a bar in downtown Greenville in 2009. It was back on Wednesday we reported Richardson will not get a hearing that could have led to a new trial. His advocates, like Nicole Salvant, said they will continue to spread awareness about their cause.
And so even though his hearing was denied, we're not going to stop what we're doing. We're going to continue to fight on his behalf. And so we're just getting started.
Richardson was found guilty in 2011 of killing Andrew Kirby and Landon Blackley in the shooting that made headlines across the state. The Southern Coalition for Social Justice said they learned this week a retired Superior Court judge signed an order last September denying a request for a new evidentiary hearing. The group says they have critical evidence and witnesses that the jury never heard before they convicted Richardson. And Richardson's mother, Dorothy, was among those in attendance. I asked her how this whole journey has been for her.
Really, really hard, but the grace of God is what's keeping me.
Don Cavallini with the Pitt County Coalition Against Racism said not granting Richardson a new hearing is just not right.
He has been denied justice. He's been incarcerated for a total of 17 years for a crime he did not commit.
And Richardson's mother said it's not just about justice for her son, but for all of the potentially innocent black men in prison.
There's a lot of other James Richardsons that's locked up too that need to be brought out. So we are praying for them too.
And the Southern Coalition for Social Justice said Richardson's conviction was the result of a flawed investigation and suppressed evidence along with other abnormalities. Reporting in Greenville, Chris Cook, WITN News.
Richardson's attorneys say they plan to appeal the judge's ruling that denied the new hearing.